High school is not like the movies. Hi y'all, I'm Yeala and this is my podcast for the girls. It's going to be a series just talking about girl advice, things you want to know, topics for girls. We're going to talk about your inner feminine energy. We're going to be having co-hosts on here so you can just get different perspectives on everything, stuff like that. So, okay, first I just want to give a huge shout out to Maya Barnes because she is the one who inspired me to do this. She helped me do this. I just am so thankful for her because without her, I would not have known where to start it. I would not have known what to do. I would have been just completely lost. And she has a podcast too. Her podcast is Not All Teens. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I suggest you go listen to it. It is amazing. I love it and everything. So, with that being said, let's get into it. So the first thing I want to start off by saying, high school is not like the movies. It is not like the preppy girls and like the jocks and the nerds and like these cliques and there's different tables you have to sit on depending on your group or your category. It's not like that at all. Like I swear, I thought that when I went into high school, I was like, okay, I need to find a clique, but it's not like that. I promise y'all, it's easier than it looks, or it's easier than people make it seem. You know what I'm saying? And because a lot of YouTube videos, they just be like, oh, don't do this, like everyone in high school is fake. That wasn't my experience, so I'm just gonna tell you guys how to get through high school from my experience. Okay, but let me stop rumbling and let's just get into the topics. So first thing I want us to talk about is just creating your confidence. And to me, what that basically means is going into high school, having faith in yourself, like just trusting your gut and trusting who you are as a person. And I know for like you freshmen and you sophomores, you might not, or even like you juniors and you seniors, because I think I'm still learning about who I am, and that's totally okay. But I think you just have to have trust in that everyone's nervous just as much as you are. Everyone's like nitpicky about how they look or their appearance, like everyone's just as afraid as you are. So you just have to have faith that you're doing okay. Like it is the first day, it is high school, it's not, like everyone's nervous, you're gonna be okay. Don't overthink it, don't stress it. And I know some people have like social anxiety, just take baby steps. Like have a little goal each day. Like today, I'm gonna make sure that I say hi to this person in my class. So I'm gonna get, like have little goals for yourself to where you don't get super anxious or nervous about high school. So another thing about creating your confidence, wear what you wanna wear. But make sure you're wearing it for you. Make sure that if you want to wear that crop top and that skirt, that is for you. You're not wearing it for anyone else, for anyone else's approval or validation or those two things. There could be more, but they're not coming right now. But so just make sure you're doing it for you. Whatever you do in high school, whatever you do in life, just make sure you're doing it for you and your intentions are always to better yourself and because you like it and you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Next up, be okay with change. Your classes are always going to change. The people in your classes are going to change. Your lunch is going to change. That's depending on your school because I had a different lunch every other semester or term. Every other term I had a different lunch. So you have to just be okay with change and like your class is changing. Like don't hold too many, don't have so much permanence towards certain things. Oh, and big shout out to my sister who's behind the camera making sure that I don't look a mess or crazy on here. We love her. We love you, boo. Okay, and then, be okay with change. Everything's gonna change. Life is gonna change. Being okay with change is more so a life lesson, but I think you really can learn about it and understand it throughout high school. Because high school really teaches you to be okay with change. In middle school, we have the same class, the same teachers, like it's just all the same. So in high school, you have different classes, different teachers, new people in your classes. So just be okay with things switching up sometimes. It's gonna be okay. You can still be friends with the people in your class. You're gonna see them around. But I do want to talk about friends, but we're gonna come back to that. So my next topic to talk about is gonna be things you should have. So this is not a long list. You don't have to go out and buy everything that I'm saying right now because please don't, because some of it you might not even need. So just don't buy everything I suggest. These are what I had and what worked for me. I guess. So I have a list. We're gonna talk about it. Hygiene stuff, but we're gonna talk about period bags. So we're gonna get back into this one. But hygiene stuff like deodorant, body mist, especially if you have PE. I know you freshmen and sophomores are gonna have PE, so just make sure you have deodorant, body spray. If you need little wipes, have little wipes, so your face doesn't get oily, or even for like your, when you're on your cycle, if you just want some wet wipes, have gum. Because even if you just eat your lunch or school lunch, you wanna have gum. So like your breath isn't musty, misty, nasty, stanky. Yeah, no. There should be a little high school boo. You don't want to have a hot mouth. You know what I'm saying? But okay, have a charger, because your phone's probably. I know that my junior year when my class was boring, I was watching Netflix. I don't recommend it, like don't be watching Netflix in all your classes, but I was watching Netflix and my phone was dying a lot faster. So have a charger, and then for my girls, even for my guys, have a little mini mirror. Because some teachers might be like, you can't use your phone in this class, or da-da-da. So just have like a little compartment mirror, so you're just, make sure you don't have no booger or nose hair sticking out, nothing like that. But if you do, it's totally okay. Nobody's really worried about it. But just to know make sure you don't have like drool hanging from falling asleep in your class, or, y'all, I don't know if I should be telling y'all that, but don't fall asleep in your class. But just like the little things, just to make sure, you're doing okay. And then period bag. Sometimes in high school, you're gonna start your period at school, and that's completely okay. There's so many girls at school, and my experience in high school, the girls were all really friendly, and they were really nice. When you go to the bathroom, no one is worried about you throwing your pad in the trash can. Like, nobody's worried. I used to think like, oh my God, I gotta wait till the girl in the stall next to me gets out so she wants me to drop this little tampon in the little trash. Like, they do not care. They're all girls. We all understand. We're all with you. Like, it's a safe environment. And if you need a tampon or anything, just make sure you have a friend that has one. But this is what I'm talking about. You need a period bag. You need a little bag that can go in your backpack. It should have, if your period's really bad and you take medicine, have like a little, little pills or whatever medicine you take for your cramps. Have that. Have little wipes. Have an extra pair of underwear just in case, you start unexpected and you bleed through or anything. Have an extra little pair of underwear. Make sure if you wear pads, have like 2 pads. Or even if you wear tampons, have a pad and a tampon, a few tampons. Just a little bag in your backpack that you'll always have, so you're always ready. And if a friend needs one, be like, oh girl, you know what, I got an extra tampon, here you go. Because the amount of times in high school, a girl will be like, oh my God, do you need a tampon? I gotta get a tampon. Like, it's fine, yes girl, here you go. Like, we're all for helping the girls. Women gotta stick to women. We do it for each other and nobody else. Ooh, okay. So the next topic I want to talk about making friends. So I put a little Google form to where you guys can ask questions or topics you want me to speak on. So one of the questions on there was how to really get comfortable in a new environment like high school. And this is also going into my question about how to make friends in high school and all those things. So you really just kind of want to be open to talking to new people, because you might have some classes with your friends, but then sometimes you won't. There will people like that you had other classes with that you didn't really talk to, and this will give you the chance to talk to more people. So I would say make at least 2 friends in all your classes. Like, even if you're not friends with everyone in the class, at least be friends with 1 girl or 2 girls or a girl and a guy. Like, just make it a goal to make friends in your classes. And like, some people are like, well, I don't know how to talk to people. Action. This is gonna be a scenario. So let's say there's a girl sitting next to me right here. We're both nervous, like, smiling at each other, a little smirky smirk, like, oh, just looking at each other. We probably both want to be friends with each other, but we don't know how to talk to each other. We're both nervous and new, but as long as you know that you're nervous and she's probably just as nervous as you. She's probably just as like, I want to make friends, but I don't know how. Just be like, oh, like, have you had this teacher before? Like, what grade are you in? Just like, so we're back. It's okay to have little friend classes and then have actual friends, As long as you keep connections. High school is all about making connections. Because someone you have in your class freshman year, you might have them junior year. So you want to be like, oh my God, we had class last term or last year. Like, how have you been? Just keep it up so you always have a friend. Small conversations can always become big conversations. You can just be like, oh, like, what grade are you in? Okay, is this your first year? Did you go somewhere else before? Just start with something and just let it kind of go from there. And they'd be like, okay, what's your name? I'm Yeala. Hi, Sarah. Like, it's so nice to meet you. Yeah, I was just really nervous the first day. She'll be like, yeah, me too. You guys can become friends, and then just talk to her throughout the class. And then if you see her at lunch, be like, oh, hey. If she's like, oh my God, do you want to sit with us? Be like, yes. Because the cafeteria was always scary for me. Because when I first started, my freshman year, I did cheer, so I had like my little cheer friends. So I would sit with them, or I had people that I knew from middle school. But if you're going and you have no friends, make a friend. This is a tip. This is a secret tip that people don't talk about. If you have you're always gonna have a class before lunch. So make friends in that class so that when lunch comes, you can hang out with them at lunch if you don't know anybody. Just be like, oh, you have lunch after this? Oh, me too. Yeah, I'm just kind of nervous because I don't really know how like the whole lunch thing works. Like, I don't know where I sit. You know, conversate, mingle. You guys can sit together. That is the goal. Just to always have someone in your class that you can talk to, especially when it comes to projects. When you're in a class and you don't really have friends and it's a project, it gets really awkward. But it's also a good opportunity to make friends because you can be like, oh, what's your guys' name? Okay, I'm Yeala. You know, yeah, I'm just kind of nervous. I don't really like, what is our project about? You know, just talking to them, conversations. Like, is this your first class? Did you have a teacher before? You know, little conversations can always grow into big conversations. So just have a little chit chat with everyone in class. I mean, don't talk the whole class because your teacher's gonna be like, okay, girl, you're doing a little too much, not too much. So just little conversations, making sure that you just always have someone friendly in your class. Okay, enough about friends. Let's get into building a connection with your staff members. So you're gonna be at high school more than you're at home. You're gonna be at high school for like, 5 days, from like 8 in the morning to like 4 o'clock. So you need to make sure that you're friends with the staff members because they can really help you out. Your teachers can really help you out. Your relationship with your teachers, it can really help you long term. It can help you each season, each class, like with everything. I remember when sometimes I needed help and my teacher wasn't really helping me. So I went to a prior teacher who I had a connection with and she helped me and she got me the help I needed. You know, she referred me to certain things. Like your teachers are people too. Like they're not just teachers, they're human beings. So you can have a relationship with them, you can talk to them, they can be your friend. And it's not like, oh, you're the teacher's pet. No, like who cares what other people think? My teacher hella cool, we finna be friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you go to Franklin, Mr. Channing is a bomb teacher to be your friend. Like he's so nice, he's so friendly. And then Miss Sarah, Miss Redding, I think that's what she goes by. She's a super nice teacher. Like, there's so many people that you can become friends with, especially in like the office. If you ever get a TA for the office, those are the sweetest ladies you will ever meet. They're so nice. They just literally, they be sitting there chit-chatting. You can talk about anything. They're gonna help you with college stuff. Like, they wanna be your friend too. So just make sure you're making friends with your staff, especially the security. They will really help you out. Like, if you're late, they help you in your classes. They're just gonna help you with everything. So, another thing I'll talk about. Okay, so a lot of you guys want to talk about dating in high school. I know, this is a big thing because dating in high school is very controversial in my opinion because some people say you should date, some people say you shouldn't. But I'm gonna give y'all the tea right now about how I feel on dating in high school. So, let's get into it. I had a question about this too. Yeah, the question was dating in high school. Okay, let's get into it. So, let's talk about freshmen. When you're a freshman going into high school, the seniors are gonna be on you like roaches, bro. They're gonna try to date you. They're gonna try to make you your school boo. They're gonna try to be like, oh, like what's your name? Like da 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 da. Like no. I mean, if the situation is right, then I'd say. But in my opinion, this is my opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. I wouldn't recommend dating a senior when you're a freshman. Because it's gonna get messy, it's kind of weird. Like you're almost 18, I'm 15, like, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. Like it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of creepy. But, and he's gonna go to college and you have 3 more years of high school to live out and explore. So personally, I don't recommend it. If a boy does try to be on that with you and he's a senior and you're a freshman, just keep him as a friend. Have friends because you're gonna be friends in high school. So just make sure you have a friend relationship with him, But I personally wouldn't say don't let it go any further, because it's catty. My next topic was beef over a guy. First thing I want to say, I'm not saying anything I'm about to say that like men are important or men are less than or like men ain't shiza. Like that's not what I'm trying to say. It's just you have more important things to worry about in school than a boyfriend. Like you have your grades, you have, if you play a sport, you have sports, you have to work on you and making friends and being a better person throughout high school and growing in your confidence and who you want to be and the woman you want to be or the man you want to be. A relationship in high school is, to me personally, it shouldn't be your first priority or your second priority. It should be like towards the bottom. You should have yourself, school, your sports, and then other things, whatever that may be, and then a boyfriend. Like, boyfriend should not be your main priority in high school. Even in life, you should always put yourself first. Always put your goals, your ambitions first before anything else. So when it comes to beefing over a guy or a situation, just don't give it too much energy, because everything in life, like, it's all about how you feed it. If you feed it energy, it will grow. And my sister always told me this: whatever you feed will grow. Whatever you sow, whatever you plant, whatever you nurture and you put energy into, it will grow. So make sure that you're putting the energy into more important things. And if you're in a relationship and you value your relationship and you love your relationship, that is completely fine. But just make sure that you have your priorities straight and that you're not giving it unnecessary attention, you know? Like, let's say a girl in high school is like, oh, her man cute, and then you're like, oh, she wants my man now, oh, post about my boyfriend, like, it's on site. No, people are gonna think that your man's cute. That's fine. I know he's cute. He's cute. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's no competition in high school. Like, it's really not. In the high school I go to, I think the women there do a really good job of making sure that you know it's no competition. Like, we're all trying to be better people. We're all growing as women. We all have ambitions of what we want to do after high school. Like, I'm for the women. Yeah. So just make sure that, like, you know it's no competition. And I feel like the only reason why women feel like it's competition is because they don't have faith in themselves. You have to have faith in yourself. Like, at the end of the day, she's cute and I know I'm cute. I want her to see her win, and I hope she wants to see me win, because I want to see everyone around me win. We're all beautiful women. Like, you should always want to see the girl next to you win. So just have a level of faith in yourself going into high school, knowing, you know what, I'm doing it and she's doing it too. And if she needs help getting up there, I'm gonna help her get up there. Because when I want to get up there, I'm gonna need help too. You know what I'm saying? So just be supportive of other women, and don't ever feel like, my opinion, don't ever go to high school turning another woman down. It's not cute, it's not ladylike, it's just not, it's not it. It's not an it girl thing to do. And you always gotta be it girl, you that girl, always. So just don't be catty in high school. And that's what I'm talking about, high school drama. Like, if a girl's beefing over with you, keep it cute. Like I just said, don't give it too much energy. If a girl has a problem with you, I would kind of just say talk it out, or if that's not the option, then just leave it alone. Just leave it alone, let it be. People always have something to say. Always, always, always. It don't matter what you're doing. You could be doing everything good and people still have something to say about you. You could be at your lowest, people gonna talk about you. It don't matter where you're at in life, someone's always got something to speak on you. Like I said, have confidence in yourself, have faith in yourself, and just go from there. Okay, my next topic is being mindful of what you disclose. Being mindful of your personal information. So make sure that not everybody knows your business. Not everybody can be in your business. Like, tell your close friends things that you want to tell them, and then leave it at that. You don't have to talk about your relationships in high school. Like, someone's like, oh, you're doing such and such. Be like, oh, you know, not your business. You don't have to say it like that. Just be like, oh yeah, you know, me and him, like, whatever we have going on is kind of just, we want to keep it between us. And that's fine. You don't have to tell everybody your business. Like, these people, rumors do spread, but they only spread because people keep feeding them. If, okay, rumors come to me, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, like that got nothing to do with me. It's gonna go in this ear and stay in this ear. It's not gonna go in this ear and go into someone else's ear and play telephone. We're not gonna do that. That's not cute. It's messy. So the other thing I wanna get into is setting priorities. So, okay, I had a question on this. I had a question about This question is, as an all AP student and honor student, what is best recommended to balance out my schedule with sports? So this all goes into time management, how you manage your time. So what I do, like I have a planner and I like have goals for the week and then I have goals for the month. You know what I'm saying? Like little weekly goals and then month goals. Because I feel like in life we're always worried about our big goal, like my 5-year goal, or my plan after high school, or my plan by the end of this year, but just have little goals to where you get to your big goal. Because if you're always thinking about your big goal, you're never gonna really get there because you're not thinking about the little steps it takes to get there. You know what I'm saying? So just have little goals that meet up to your big goal. So I would say, like, if you know you have 5 essays or 5 little things to do by the end of the week, make sure that you okay, today after practice, I'm gonna make sure I start typing up half of the essay and then I do a little bit of my flashcards to study for my other class. Like just have little goals to where by the end of the week, you know, you said, okay, this is my weekly goal and I have these little goals throughout the week to get to this big goal. So just have time management and manage your time really well. I hope I answered your question in a nice way, like the best way I know how to, because my time management kind of sucks. Like I procrastinate, but now that I have a planner and that I have little goals for my big goals, it really does help. So I would just say, you know, have little goals to where you can get to your big goal. And don't overstress it or overbook yourself or anything. Like don't wait till the last minute to get your homework done. Like that never works. Especially if you do sports, if you do basketball, football, soccer, whatever. Make sure you have little goals so that you're not stressed out after practice or anything. And sometimes you can do your homework at lunch. Like, I thought lunch was going to be like High School Musical. I thought we was going to be singing and jamming and, you know, busting it down, dancing and everything. It's not like that. Like, everybody just kind of sits and chit-chats. So if your friends are just sitting there on their phone, be like, ooh, let me knock out some homework real quick. Because I know after school, I practice until like 7 o'clock. And I'm going to have to get home and shower and do more homework. And I want some me time. So just any chance that you have to do your homework, make sure you're doing it. Especially when teacher gives you time in class. That is so important because I used to watch Netflix in class and not get my homework done. And then I would have work and cheer and I would just be stressed out because I didn't manage my time well. So always manage your time. Teachers I have do a really, really good job of giving you time to work on your homework in class. So just take that time, take the opportunity to get stuff done. You know, be on top of your stuff. So another thing I want to talk about is, let me see, time management, sports, we did that, check. What else? Okay, this question is about how do you get out of the mindset of doing homework before class when it's due and find motivation halfway through the year. So that all goes back to time management. You can find motivation and like be in the right mindset to get your homework done if you have goals. Like tonight, I want to get half of my essay done, so I'm gonna work on that in class a little bit if I have class time, and then work on it when I get home. You just always have to have the mindset that you want to be the best. You want to be the best in whatever you're doing. Even if that day you're not giving 100%, at least you gave 10%, and because you gave 100% of that 10%. You know what I'm saying? Like at least you tried your best that day, and that's all that really matters in high school. But if you feel sometimes like I didn't do my best today, maybe tomorrow I'm gonna knock out this, and this. And then you'll feel better, you know? Like don't ever beat yourself up about anything. Just make sure that you have a schedule and you have something that works for you to where you can get your stuff done. My mindset and your mindset might be completely different, but as long as you find something that works for you and that will motivate you, that is all you need. My motivation is always having little goals because I always like to feel accomplished. I always like to feel like I got something done. Even if it's like the littlest thing, even if I just made my bed for that day, at least I made my bed. At least I have one tiny accomplishment that I can be happy about and proud about. So just have like an accomplishment that you want to get done. It doesn't have to be super big, like I wrote my whole essay today, but maybe I did my topic sentence and I did like a little bit of my body paragraph. You know, just having little goals for yourself. We're back. So the camera died, took the jacket off, got a little too hot. But the last thing I remember us talking about was how to find motivation halfway through the year. I think sometimes we lose motivation because we become overwhelmed with so much we have to do or just everything that we're doing, and you know, life becomes overwhelming. It becomes a lot. School becomes a priority we don't even care about anymore. So I think you just need to take some you time, some time for yourself to regroup, have a little spa day, a little you self-care day, regroup, write down the things you want to finish out the year with, the things you want to do the remainder of the year with, and then go from there. I think that's how you kind of regain motivation. It's just taking some time to yourself, you know, regrouping, resting, and then coming back. That's my best advice I can give you on that, because I definitely lost motivation halfway through my junior year. I was just over it. I was fed up. I wanted it to be done. I wanted to just be where I was just so worried about my next steps that I was totally avoiding my steps right now. So just take some you days, take some self-care moments. Don't over abuse it and be like, I can't do my homework, I need to take a bath, I need a self-care moment. Like, don't do that, but have some you time, and then, you know, set out some goals and then come back, regroup, and go from there. That's, I think, my best advice for how to handle situations in that aspect. Okay, so another topic I want to talk about was skipping class. Personally, I did it before. I can say, right hand on the Bible, I skipped class before. But you just miss out on so much. It's not worth it. Get your education. Stay focused. Be an educated girl. You know, like, some people always say that your education is the only thing people can't take from you, and it is so true. What you build, people can take your business from you. They can take, you know, so many things from you, but your education and what you know, they can never take that from you. So always, always, always get your education. Skipping class, you're not doing nothing. You're walking right outside. Like, what are you getting your steps in? You're not even getting paid for the steps that you walk in. So at that point, you're just wasting exercise. Like, what are you walking around for? So I would just say, stay in your class. Find something productive to do. That's another thing. When you make friends with people that have goals and have determinations as you don't have to have friends with people who have the same goals as you. I mean, it's nice that people have the same, like, oh, I want to be a fashion designer, she wants to be a fashion designer too. But just have friends that have determination. Not everybody has to know what they want to do, but having friends that have determination to get somewhere will always better you. If your friends are bums, no offense, but if your friends are bums, you're going to become a bum. All they do is skip class, you're going to eventually end up skipping class. Like, you are a product of your environment. You can become what you hang around unless you change it. So just make sure that you have friends who are motivated and want to get stuff done just like you. So you're not walking around skipping class and not being educated and not, you know, doing what you need to be doing in school. School's like a job. Assess it as if it's a job. Go in there, get your stuff done, get your work done, and then leave. Have fun in the process, but have your priorities and don't let people try to switch you either way, you know? Have this way, don't go this way or this way. Stay this way. From Yeala. Okay, next topic, sorry. So, I have a few questions that I'm gonna answer that people have left to me. And that's another thing I wanna talk about. If you do have questions or need clarification or anything like I mentioned in the beginning, please feel free to message me. I'm always here to advise. I'm always here to talk to you guys and just be transparent, open. I'm gonna be real all the time. That's one thing about it. I'm gonna keep it real. So y'all gonna know what it is and what it ain't, okay? So someone said, what should I be doing for fun to enjoy my remaining years of high school? The one thing I would say that I truly wish I would have did more of, participating in school stuff. Join a club, do the school activities, participate in the rallies. Like, I always see people doing the little rally games. I'm like, oh my God, why did I even do that? Because I was in my head. Don't be in your head. Just, if you want to do something, do it. Just go for it. Like, people are not judging you as much as you think they are. They're not really worried about you. Everybody's kind of worried about themselves. No one's really worried about you, so just worry about you. Focus on you. If you want to go and do the little game that they're having at the rally, do it. If you want to participate in the little club or the little dance thing, do it. I would just say to have fun in high school, do everything. Go to the activities. Go to like the homecomings and the dances and the parties, or like, you know how they have all the senior activities? Go to those things, or go to the little linktree things they have. Like, make sure you're always in something that's involved in the school. Stay involved in school stuff. You're gonna have fun, you're gonna meet people, it's gonna be a fun experience. So I say do that. My last question that I got was, what makes junior year so hard? So I would say, in my opinion, junior year was hard for me because it was a lot of pressure of knowing what I wanted to do for after high school. My after high school plan. And that kind of stressed me out because the future is so unpredictable and unknown that trying to plan it out is just stressful. So I would just say, don't let the future stress you out so much, but you know, kind of start planning early what you want to do. You don't have to know what you want to be, but just like, do I want to go to college or do I want to do community college? Or, you know, I think that's what kind of makes it hard, and you want to make sure that you're doing your best, because colleges do look at your junior year grades. Most schools don't go back to your sophomore year. You should already be accepted by your senior year, so they're not really checking your senior year grades. So your junior year is like your prime year to like, you know, really put your best effort in. I mean, you should be putting your effort in through all the grades, but your junior year, you need to put your most effort in. I think that's really stressful. But like I said earlier, if you time manage and you make little goals and have big goals, you should be completely fine and you should get through it like a breeze. So just don't overthink it, have goals, have priorities, and just assess them. Assess life as it goes, but have like, you know, things that you want to get done. And I think that makes it a lot easier. So, but yeah, it's not stressful as you make it seem. It's fun. There's friends, there's activities, you do things. So I would just say, take it as it goes. Don't overthink it, don't stress it, and yeah. But I definitely think college preparation was my biggest stress and the most stressful thing to me. But yeah. Okay, well, this is kind of where I'm gonna wrap it up now. If you don't learn anything from this episode, I just want you to take away, have faith in yourself, trust yourself, don't overthink it. It's not as bad as people make it seem. It's fun. You're gonna meet people. After your first day, you're gonna be like, oh, Yeala was right about everything she said, and of course, but Yeala was right. Like, it's not stressful, it's not hard, it's easy. Just talk, be confident. When you go into a room, don't be looking down, because when you look down, it makes people know that you're nervous. Look up, smile, smirk, pop a shoulder, do a little wink, do a little wave. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just like have fun with it. Don't overthink it. Let life come as it comes and assess it as it comes. But I do want to say thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We have so many more episodes and things coming. I do want to say thank you to my sister behind the camera for being behind the camera and doing this with me. But yeah, anyway, bye you guys. I will see you guys again. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Until our next episode. Peace.